A very good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchtime News on MTV Sports. I'm Shanali De Silva. As always, let's start off with a look at your headlines. 41 people hospitalized with food poisoning in Kallaru. 3 killed in separate road accidents in Kandy and Moroyaya. Syria's Assad says he's ready to confront military intervention. And now for those stories in detail. A 12-year-old boy was killed in an accident that occurred in the Gurudaniya Kandy this morning. The others who were injured in the accident are receiving treatment at the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital.
The accident occurred when a van carrying the group collided with a lorry. The group were returning home after a trip to India. The lorry driver has been arrested in connection with the accident. Meanwhile, another accident killed 2 people on the Randanigala-Mahiyangane road around 8 a.m. this morning. The accident occurred when a tipper collided with a three-wheeler. The deceased individuals who were both travelling in the three-wheeler are a 40-year-old three-wheeler driver and father of 3 and an officer of the Mahiyangane Police Traffic Division. Another police officer who was travelling in the three-wheeler has been admitted to the Mahiyangane Hospital with injuries.
41 persons were hospitalized as a result of food poisoning in the Kallaru area in Botanical. The district medical officer said that the group were admitted to the Kallaru hospital early this morning. The district medical officer suspects that the cause of the food poisoning may have been contaminated food that was consumed at an event held in the area. A rally organized by the JVP was held in Mulakanya in Galevela yesterday. JVP leader Somavan Samarasinghe expressed the following views at this rally.
ඉතිහාසයේ ඊටාම නරක තැනක තමයි අපේ પરම්පරාව ඉදිරි પરම්පරාව විසින් තියනු ලබන්නේ.
Our future generation will keep us in a very bad place. We are in the place where our future generation will reject us. There's a story today that there is no opposition. This must be valid here too. Who can we tell about the UMP? The UMP cannot be an opposition because members of the UMP can switch over without any fear.
ඇත්ත එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයට විරුද්ධ පක්ෂයක් නෙවෙයි. ඇයි විරුද්ධ පක්ෂයක් නොවෙන්නේ? විරුද්ධ පක්ෂයක් නොවන නිසා තමයි එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය ආයත කිසි බයක්.
In more local news, speaking at a meeting held at the Old Town Hall in Nuwara yesterday, Minister of Water Supply and Drainage Dinesh Gunawardena expressed the following views.
අපේ මිත්‍රයන් විරුද්ධ පක්ෂය
Our friends in the opposition make several warnings, and every day in Parliament I listen to his warnings. If you look at the number of jokes they have made, how many times should our government have come and gone? Although he says we are headed out next month or the month after that, the only people leaving are the ones on his side. When he can, the president opens the door and gives him a roof. For several months he denies them, asking them to stay where they are. This is the status that the opposition has fallen to today.
The bodies of 2 children who drowned in an unguarded pit dug for the construction of a road in Vavanavatta Piliyandala that had filled with water have been sent to the Kalubovila hospital for the post-mortem examination. The deceased are 2 siblings from the Vavanavatta in Mampe Piliyandala. The children aged 7 and 9 are students of the Piliyandala Makandana Sudarshana School. This accident took place at a location along the road being constructed from Kasbava to Jaliagoda. The Ministry of Social Services has taken steps to introduce a new identification card for elders using the latest technology. The Government Information Department said that the ID card would include personal information, blood group, bank account number and information on the individual's health.
The Government Information Department notes that the recipient of the ID card will be privileged to receive a 5% discount for medicine obtained from state pharmacies and will receive priority in polling centres when casting votes. Senior citizens above the age of 60 will be issued this identification card. ID cards can be obtained from all divisional secretariats after recommendations are obtained from either senior citizens welfare officers, Gramanadaris and welfare officers.
In more local news, the National Botanical Gardens Department says that 44% of flowers endemic to Sri Lanka are under threat of extinction. Director General of the National Botanical Gardens Department, Dr. Cyril Vijayasundara, says that there are 3,154 types of flowers in Sri Lanka.
Director General of the National Botanical Gardens Department, Dr. Cyril Vijayasundara, said that a program is in place to cultivate some of these flowers facing extinction in botanical gardens. He added that subsequently steps would be taken to replant them in the natural environment.
13 kilograms of copper items which belonged to a Covil were found when inspecting a three-wheeler in Hatton last evening.
The copper items were found near a bus halt in Hatton yesterday. The police media unit said that 4 persons have been arrested in connection with the robbery, adding that the copper items have been confiscated. The suspects, who were residents of the Jayaseripuru area, were taken into custody when they came to town in order to sell the copper items. The suspects are to be produced before the Hatton Magistrate Courts today. The police are conducting further investigations into the incident.
The 6th South Asia Economic Summit commenced in Colombo today. A panel discussion on a closer South Asia, re-energizing regional economic integration and connectivity is currently being held. Joining us at the venue is Stephanie Lazarus with more details.
What is significant about this summit is that Sri Lanka was picked up for the second time following its summit in the year 2008. The summit, which consists of 4 plenaries, will focus on topics such as harnessing human capital potential in South Asia, which will be the main topic discussed today at the summit. Now, the sessions today kicked off with a keynote address by Senior Minister of Human Resources, D.W. Gunasekara, and following his keynote address, a speech was delivered by Dr. Saman Kelegama, the Executive Director of the Institute of Policy Studies of Sri Lanka. The vision of the SAES, as per the Executive Director of Dr. Saman Kelegama, is to increase the growth and stability in the South Asian region and in the countries which was worst hit following the disasters in 2009 and following human-made disasters, as he called it. He also added that the sessions will be on what he called the Davos model. More on that will follow on our primetime bulletin at 5:55, and stay tuned for more on the summit.
And that concludes your lunchtime news for today. For the News First team, I'm Shanali De Silva. Have a pleasant day.